Do 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 do. I bring to you my cave spider farm, and I'm super excited about it because it's technically its own thing. It's not even really an updated version. I'll be honest with you. This thing is super sweet. It is so much better than the last one I made, and the last one I made is probably the only one that works that I've found on YouTube. So for 1.13, but this one's even better, and I'm super excited about it. And I'm glad to bring it to you guys. So let's jump right in, take a look at what we got. If I can get myself in there. There we go. Good job. All right. So we got a 9x9x4 room, and it's pretty standard, same as always. We come out 8 blocks down, and we got a line of iron bars here. And this allows it so that if these were solid blocks, the spiders would try to fight the water stream and go backwards. They wouldn't fall into the next stream here. So this allows them to just drop right in and go and be funneled. We got a little stair here pushing them through. Pretty standard stuff with that, at least. And I did a little bit different stuff with the item collection and the water tunnel here. I had just one, hopper here, or not hopper. I had one hopper minecart in there, and then with a hopper directly underneath it, and that caused some problems with them getting stuck. They would get stuck on the hopper. So since it's technically not a full block, so I changed that out to be 4 hopper minecarts, so that all the spaces where spiders would touch are all solid blocks. And it works out really well. Super easy to do, so why not do it? We got kind of the same system that I had in the last video, with them being just pushed over one and being held underneath an iron bar. But this is new. This will allow it so that you won't get hit from the spiders anymore. This prevents that. So I have 2 stairs here, just like so. This one here kind of allows you to allows you to collect all of your XP really easily. So if you were to stand here, you could hit them all day long and they won't hit you. But if you were to step right here, like if I go into survival here, ooh, I need to I'm gonna die if I do that. Hold on. All right, let's take 2 there. Drink that up. So if we were to stand here, right, I'm just pushing straight up against that iron bar, we could hit them all day long. As soon as we come out, though, they hit us. So this right here, if you were just to stand there, it gives you that security, and you'll never get hit from them. So unless you step over. If you wanted to prevent this even further, you could definitely, move over the iron bar one. But I don't recommend it, because then you're gonna mess with your XP. You're not gonna grab it as easily. So just keep it to the one. In my opinion, it's not too hard. It has a pretty big hitbox with your body, so I'm standing over here and we're totally good. So, and the reason you don't really need this top block here, or this top stair, it really is not necessary. But the fact being, if I can get it placed in the right spot, geez, if you were to walk over here, they can't hit you still. So if you had something going on, right here, they can't hit you. It just prevents you from being hurt, and that's the only reason it's there. And so another thing I got was this little lighting system. This turns on and off our farm. So if you wanted to go in and work, you just flip the lever, lights the whole thing up, and there you go. I suggest putting that in when you're just starting to build it, because that allows you to, you don't have to go and kick out any torches, which is freaking awesome. Because, the worst thing ever is building one of these, and then when you're finally done, you have to go and hit all the torches out, and then you can die if you don't have good enough armor or anything. So, yeah, it's not a fun story sometimes. So I like that a lot. And, this comes to, I have to thank one of our fellow members here that, told me that all the spiders were getting stuck in the old system. They were just bobbing up and down, which technically was this system, but that went all the way across, and you could get 8 or 9 spiders stuck at a time, and it was just messy. I unfortunately could not fix this part right here yet. I'm having a hard time figuring out how to tunnel them, you know, really well. So you might just get a buffer spider here. Eventually they will push each other up, and you know, sometimes they'll do that. That's okay. He'll come back in a second. There he is. But you know, sometimes just like so, they'll go up on their own, and you know, so it works really well. You know, for it being just a one spot. It does not work very well when it goes all the way across, because you know, that's just like one spider versus like 8. So you know, I'll take it where I can. And so there you go. You know, this is the whole system. So let's go ahead and jump right into the tutorial. So here's our item list for today. We need 1 piece of soul sand, 4 hopper minecarts, 1 hopper, 1 rail, 1 piston, but more pistons would help, 1 chest, 10 iron bars, 3 stairs, and a power source for the pistons so that you can go ahead and power them. And that's all you technically need for this. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. So let's go ahead, jump right into things. Obviously, you're going to need a lot of extra, you know, just solid blocks, you know, just building blocks, whatever you want to make things out of. Those are going to be the white, the blue, the green, and the glass blocks. Those you can switch out for anything that you want. So first off, let's start with the inside. Go ahead, grab some iron bars, a bucket of water, just like so. Then you can run inside. Along that back wall here, I guess I should mention, this is where you need to decide which way your spiders are going to flow out. If you wanted them to come out over here, you know, just rotate the room. So you're going to come out 8 blocks, like so, or I guess 7, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then on this 8th block, you're going to drop all your iron bars, drop 9 of them down, like so. Then in this corner, you're going to need a bucket of water, that corner, bucket of water. And along this entire back wall, go ahead and place all solid sources of water. Just like so, and there you go. That's the whole inside. That's done. Well, except for, you need 1 stair. So let's go ahead, grab that. I guess technically it's a wall, but hey. So just like so, upside down, helps push them under, just gives them a little incentive to go down into that stream. So let's get out of here. And first off, we're going to, on the outside, we're going to make this little, I'm going to call it a cube, to make things easier on myself. Where this water comes down, see after this wall, you got 1, 2, 3. I'm going to place a hopper like so, facing out like that. And this is where I'm going to put my chest. Technically from here, you can run it to wherever you want, wherever you want to store your stuff, if you want an item sorter or whatever that you would like. Next up, go ahead, grab a piece of soul sand. And that is going to go right there. So 1 after the wall, 1, and then it's going to be down 1. So right there. And you're going to take a sign, place that right there to block the water from flowing down. You're going to put a source there, and then fill in this area like so. Well, technically not there, but because this is where we're going to be putting our hopper minecarts. Let's do that now. So if you've never done this, you'll need a rail, a hopper minecart, something to power a piston with, and of course a piston. So first off, you're going to place a rail, place your hopper minecart. I'm going to be using a green line block. That way that's where, that's the block that's going to be covering it. So go ahead, place your solid block over here. This can be, I believe, any solid block. You can do it with glass, you can do it with other stuff. The only problem with glass is that you can't put a rail on top of glass. So if I go like this, I can't place a rail on top of that. Sadly. I wish you could, but you can't. You might be able to push it on there with a piston, but I am unsure about that. So let's go ahead, place your piston, and see, there's a mistake right there, and that's probably a good one for me to show you guys, because that's pretty important. So when you place the rail and your hopper minecart with your solid block, be sure to hit the rail, because if you do, as you saw, it'll just push it over. But if we go like this, and power it again. There you go. So I'm actually really happy I made that mistake so I could show you guys, because I do that quite a bit and it might confuse you if you've never done that before. So there you go. Make sure to always break your rail and you'll be good. So next up, you'll just do it again. Hopper, you know, oops. Solid block next to it. You know, you got the one that's covering it, and then you'll just repeat. I'm going to do 4 of these. So 1, 2, and 3, 4. And I'll be back. Now I should mention that if you wanted to make things easier on yourself, when you're going to break that, if you have troubles hitting, you know, the rail and not the minecart, you can hit F3 and B. That will show your hitboxes, and you can go ahead and break it like so. It just makes the boundaries a little easier to see if you're having a hard time hitting those. So there you go. We got our 4 hopper minecarts in place with a hopper underneath. That is very important. So just like so. Now we can go ahead and build up this entire area. I am going to do this in glass so that we can see, you know, what's going on in there. Again, right here, you're going to need a block going all the way up. Make sure to fill that in. That's quite important. That way you have a nice solid water stream going up. So just fill this in like so. And then one more layer going over top. Because this is, you're going to have a solid block of water up here. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like so. They will get pushed over. Do not fill that block in. This is exactly what you want. So go ahead and place an iron bar right over the water with another block just like so. This is where you have an option. You can replace this solid block here with another iron bar. It will prevent the spiders from being suffocated. But after a while of AFKing, you're only going to get like 1 or 2 every now and then that will suffocate, so it's not a big deal if you are, you know, trying to reserve on your resources. So next up, we are going to want a solid block here, or not a solid block. You're going to want a stair block there, and one like so. So you want this little L shape. And the way I got that top one was I just kind of clicked the top corner, or I guess the top side of that, flips it upside down. There you go. You're going to want to stand on this level, and you're going to take an iron bar. If I can click it, there we go. Right there. And this is where you can stand, and this is going to be your platform area. Technically, you only need this one block. So there you go. Bonus content time here, guys. So if you want to turn on and off your spawner, all you need to do is increase the light level, you know, so that they can't spawn. From my findings, you only need 4 lamps here. So if you go from your corner, 1, 2, 3, right there on all these, on all sides, if I can place the block, just like so, this will be enough to prevent any spawns. So here's where you get a decision. Where do you want your lever? I'm going to put mine right here because I'll stand here, you know, flip on off. So you can also put a sign indicating where, you know, if this is obviously off, that's on, you know, you can write whatever you want. So go ahead on the back, 1, 2, 3, come down, come over 1, go across, and like so. And that's all you need. That's all that is. So, you know, you're on, off. So here's our final little bonus for you guys. We got Lars here, who was, by the way, the true inspiration of this video, who pointed out that I had a flaw in my last video. And I'm really happy that he pointed that out because it gave me the opportunity to make this one, which is way better than the other one. And the other one was the only one that I could find that works for 1.13. So the fact that I made this better is it's really cool. So thank you to him. And also, he's a shepherd, which is a great idea to put into your spawner because you can take all that string, turn it into emeralds. You know, unless you have some other weird thing that you need for string, I guess wool. But other than that, get some emeralds. There you go. There's a little tip, or my little idea. And there you go, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, or I guess video tutorial. And if you did, please be sure to hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, please subscribe. It really does help out the channel. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.